let's talk about Dragon Ball Super episode number 63. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and subscribe if you are new to the channel. I want to take the moment to say I'm a little bit stuffy, so forgive me if at any point in this I start sounding like really sick, because I am. I'm getting there anyways. But let's talk about the episode. So the episode takes place with basically Vegeta blowing up the Room of Spirit in Time and the Lookout. I'm like, oh, okay. So much for Gohan. Like, he could have binge trained in there somehow. I don't think he would have, but he could have if he wanted to, I don't know, but maybe. So much for that. And so much for, like, Dende and Kami having a place to chill. He just blew up their place. Like, that's not cool, bro. But it's obviously, like, back on a serious note, it's obvious that Vegeta has gotten a lot stronger, based on the way things are. Another thing is, I hope he really wasn't in the Spirit of Time room, the Room of Spirit in Time, because I don't know how he would wind up on Kami's Lookout if he destroyed. Anyways, he must have been in the building outside of the room. That's all I'm going to say. Whatever, I'm not going to worry about it. It looks like he's noticeably stronger. Goku also leaves Muten Roshi. He takes the urn with him that they would be sealing him in. I want to also say shout out to Crunchyroll, because now we can actually watch this stuff legally. I'm not hyped about this. I'll do it. I'll watch it legally. But my thing is that this should have been going on since day one. Toei is just really weird about this stuff, and it really wasn't a smart decision not to do this from day one. But anyways, he takes the urn, and these guys go back to the future with Bulma, Goku, and and Vegeta all in the time machine to make their way back to the future. Meanwhile, in the future timeline, Trunks magically escaped from Black. I didn't see anything. Maybe I missed something. I don't know how this happened, but he magically got out of there. That's what I'm going to say. If you guys saw something, let me know. But he escaped from them. He is being resuscitated, and basically Yajirobe gives him a senzu. Trunks wakes up from being unconscious and whatnot, and he's like, oh wait, no, that's you, Yajirobe. Did you feed it to me? He was like, no, these kids grounded up for you, those two kids that have been here the whole time. And I kind of tweeted this out. If you guys will follow me on Twitter, links in the description down below. I tweeted this out. I was like, when did they start putting such an emphasis? I've been noticing this last few episodes, ever since Trunks did that My Kiss thing. When did they start putting such an emphasis on, these guys not being able to eat the senzu beans, if they're too, tough for them to eat them? I'm like, bro, I've seen so many times in Dragon Ball Z, these people be flat out unconscious and you just stick it in their mouth and then they don't even chew it. They're just back. So, like, I don't know where they're doing this for or where this comes from, but it is what it is. It's just me being really nitpicky, though, but it really does kind of bother me. I mean, I get the Trunks thing because they wanted to, like, ship that, they wanted to show them kissing and stuff like that. They wanted to be cute on the nose with it, but still, like, I'm just like, bro, why, But, Trunks escapes, and they find out that Mai is going with a couple of goons. She got her goons with her. They're going to go ahead and attack Black because they found his hideout. So, Mai tries to snipe Black with a special bullet that Bulma made before she passed away from the future timeline. Mai misses. Had she got him in the head, she probably would have killed him. Interesting thought. She missed, though, of course, because the arc can't end with Black being killed that easily, right? So, she misses, and Black and Zamasu do another combined attack like they've been doing a lot the last few episodes, and Trunks shows up and he stops them. Now Trunks goes back into his amazing, super powerful form that we still have no information on. He goes into it, and I tweeted this out as well. It kills me that he has to go into this form for the animators to actually draw his hair the right way. They've been drawing Super Saiyan 1 hair on Trunks wrong the entire arc. They finally draw it right. The actual way it's supposed to be drawn with more spikes and stuff and longer, whenever he's in this Super Trunks form or whatever they're calling it, that we don't know. I assumed it would be something that's a one-time thing. I don't expect to ever see it again after this, at least, because Trunks, as I'll get into in a moment, basically gets his butt kicked and then he's, busy with something else. So what happens from here is he fights Black, and he gives Black them hands. He does. He goes into this form, and it's clear that this form is really powerful. It was clear last time, but it's more clear here. He just knocks Zamasu out. He gets a one-on-one with Black. Zamasu says some most sadistic shit, like, every time you hit me, I can feel my immortal body or whatever. I'm like, bro, this guy's flat out crazy. And he hits him with the Gallic Ho, the Gallic gun, and he sends Black into, like, a volcano or whatever. He sends him, like, way across, and Black is completely removed from this for a while. And Trunks proceeds to fight Zamasu, and he's like, if I could just beat you, I'll be done. He assumed that he'd probably beat Black, I imagine. But when it came down to it, it looked like he was going to do some shit like the final explosion. I would not have been surprised. I'm waiting for Trunks to use the Genki Dama at this point. I'm waiting for him to break out the multi-form technique. I'm waiting for him to pull out a Dodonpa. I'm waiting for him to pull out the Tri-Beam. I'm just waiting for the Kienzan as well. I'm waiting for all these things because Trunks is everybody's favorite created character from Xenoverse. He knows everybody's moves. But on a serious note, Black shows up behind him and he impales Trunks. So Trunks is down, he falls down, he hits rocks, buildings, everything. It's done. At that same moment, these guys show up and I'm like, damn, it's about to get lit. And they pop out of the time machine. Black destroys the time machine, just casually just destroyed it. That really kind of bothered me. It was so casual. He just like, oh, boop, you're dead. Bye. Or you're destroyed. Bye. He just shot it. Like, even the animation was wonky. It just really bothered me. But from there, what happens is my boy Gowasu shows up, the real MVP, the guy who basically is to blame for this entire arc, aside from Trunks. He's like, if you rate who's most to blame, you put him and Trunks in the same bubble. They fuck everything up. Trunks for all the time travel nonsense, and Gowasu for being so stupid. And Supreme Kai show up, and Gowasu's like, oh, he's talking to the immortal Zamasu. He's like, I'm so disappointed in you. And Goku's like, hey, you're messing up. That's not your student. The other one is. It's funny that Goku noticed that too. So Goku knows what's going on. He's paying attention. And he talks to Black. He's like, oh, why'd you do this? Black was like, oh, you guys wouldn't have understood. He's like, that's why I killed all the other gods, all the other stuff. They get some nice dialogue there. So I'm like, okay, this is interesting. And they attack Gowasu. And they try to kill those guys, basically. And from there, what happens is Goku and Vegeta block it. And they get into some real tension right here. Goku's like, are you guys done? Why did you come here? I can just imagine Sean Sim will kill in this part specifically. Generally, I prefer Masako Nozawa, just my personal preference. I love Sean, but I generally prefer the Japanese version. It's grown on me a lot. But this scene in particular, I feel like Sean is going to kill. With his Goku voice, it's going to fit really well because Goku got serious at that point. He was like, you guys need to leave. We're about to throw down. And I like the banter between him and Vegeta at this point, too. They go back and forth. They're like, oh, well, next time I'm not going to save you and all this other stuff. Goku's like, which one are you taking? I'm like, oh, it's about to get lit. This is like the most serious moment that I felt in several episodes. Not the first time they came to the future and they had that amazing animation sequence. None of that. This is the most tension I felt because I felt like this was the last time they were going to do this. And this is the last time because you guys have not seen it yet. But I have a video with Mark, a.k.a. Real to Real, that we recorded last weekend. But it's probably going to come out tomorrow, where I talk about, stay tuned for that, by the way, where we talk about this arc so far and where it's going and stuff like that, and just minor gripes with the arc because it seemed like it had lost its direction. And I felt like then, and I still feel like at this point, this is going to be the last time they do this bait and switch where they come to the future, leave back to the past, figure out what's going on, come to the future, leave back to the past. I feel like this is the last time. And they took this seriously. Goku fights Zamasu, and, at this point, Vegeta takes on Black. And I will say, at this point, I think it's very plausible. I don't know, I'm not too much into power scaling, but it's very, very plausible that at this point, Vegeta is stronger than Goku. It's really crazy how all this works out, because obviously they did their own individual types of training. Goku didn't do training to get stronger like Vegeta did. Goku did the training to learn how to do the Mafuba as well. So there are kind of contrast there. Vegeta does say that he's superior to the regular Goku, but at the same time, Vegeta would always say that anyway. That's just kind of like a Vegeta thing to say. But I do think it's totally plausible, by the way that Vegeta dominates Black, that he is stronger than Goku at this point. It's 100% possible. And I really do think that that's awesome for Vegeta's character as well, because he needs moments like this. You can't build up this character and give him all the development that he's had, turning into the character that he's become, and not give him moments like this. I'm starting to feel stuffy. He needs moments like this to really shine as a character, to kind of push through and show all the development that he's had. And he lays it thick on Black. Black took the hands in this episode. He really did, from Vegeta and his son. Black took the hands. So basically, Vegeta's knocking him through buildings. Black is like, what's with his power? Vegeta's like, oh, you're a fake. Goku's the only one that can pull out the cells of that body. Vegeta's just laying it on him thick, pummeling him through buildings and into the ground and everything. Like, this is probably the best Vegeta moment ever in the series, in my opinion. One of the better ones, period. Totally top 3, hands down. It's up for debate, but totally top 3, hands down, period. Vegeta kicks his ass. And he's like, I'm the prince of all Saiyans. Like, bro, get at me. Lit. I don't even like Vegeta like that. I like what he's becoming Super, but he's not even my favorite character. But he laid it on him. And Goku, didn't really do too much in this episode, but every time Zamasu tried to interfere, Goku knocked him away. He was like, oh, you're fighting me. And Goku kicked his butt too. They were knocking them guys around. So at the end of this episode, things kind of just, they kind of escalate from there. And we're going to talk about spoilers here for the next episode. So the next episode preview, you guys, if you've seen the spoilers, I know some of you guys keep up with foil titles and stuff like that, and Herms on Kanzenshu and all that stuff. But what happens is they fuse. End of story. I think that it's been plausible this whole time, and Danny did a video, Geeked 101. He did a video the other day, talking about how it's 100% possible that they're going to fuse, and there's reasons as to why. 5 reasons, I think, is what he titled the video, and those are 100% possible reasons. But I think with this episode, they flat out set the stage for a fusion, because not only do you have Gowasu and the Supreme Kai there with their Pataras as well, you have Goku and Vegeta at prime power, and you also have them fighting a merged being that they won't be able to beat. They're not going to be able to beat that character. So they have no choice. They're going to have no choice but to fuse. So that's got to be where this is going. Unless it comes down to some old bait and switch crap that's going to piss me off with like a spirit bomb somehow. I don't want to see that. But it seems like it's really going to come down to fusion, and that's going to be lit. I really would enjoy that. So this is a little bit of a longer review. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Once again, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll keep you guys up to date with content. So that's it for me. I'm going to go blow my nose. Blow my nose. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.